What's going on, everybody? Twisted K back here with CMS 2018, bringing you another video. We just got in a new car in the shop today, and it's the second story car that I've come across. It is, what is it called? A Royal Crown, a Royale Crown, I suppose would be the actual pronunciation. It's an i4 Doge with a turbo. And the customer here says that they've read in a newspaper that the timing should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The oil too. Please check them out and change whatever is needed. So we have a whole host of parts here. I'm assuming it's going to be all timing related parts. But we're going to find out. This is the first car we've gotten with no parts list. We have the number of parts we need, but we don't have an exact idea as to what parts are coming out. So we'll start off with a simple oil change. Get that going first, so we can knock that easy one right out of the way. Go ahead, get that up there, go to the computer and buy ourselves a new oil filter. I unfortunately wasn't able to snag this really nice old pickup truck that was wanting to get in for a brake service, but it probably didn't pay that much anyway, and I found another job instead that actually had a money bonus. I think is the other car sitting in the shop right now. So I had to pick no bonus or bonus, and I'm picking bonus. So let's go ahead and get that oil out, and after we get that oil out, I think we'll actually go and check out some upgrade options. I have 3 upgrade points, I believe, available. I'm actually working on a 4th. Maybe we'll just save up to get that 4th. Because no, that's not what I wanted. Because I'll probably have enough experience from this car to at least get 1 more point. Put that back. Get that oil filter out of there. Yank that bad boy out. Put a new one in. Ta-da! Alright, now we get to start the fun stuff. We get to go in and we get to see some troubleshooting. We get to rip apart. Oh, let me bring this down a little bit more. Nope, that's not going to work. So once you've got it up on the lift in that first stage, it's going to just stay there, I guess. Alright, no big deal. We'll just pop the hood and we're going to start checking this thing out. One thing I did notice, when you take the wheels off on the right side of the car, in order to remove the wheel, the nuts do go counterclockwise, and then to put them back on, go clockwise. On the left-hand side of the vehicle, it's either reversed or they always only go counterclockwise. It's an interesting bug, but it's something I did notice today, and it's not just one model of car, it's every car that I have worked on so far, and I've worked on a few. I've been getting through those basic brake problems. I finally got some suspension problems coming in. Hopefully we'll get a chance to take a look at the spring puller, shock puller, part tool thingy. But we've got to get to the timing components, and in order to do that, timing cover is right here. So we're going to have to go ahead and get this belt tensioner off, and we're going to have to go ahead and get that serpentine belt and a bunch of pulleys. This car happens to have 2 serpentine belts. Get that crankshaft pulley off. Everything that's covering up this timing cover has got to come off. And again, I'm super impressed by the upgrades visually that this game has given the internal engine parts and everything of that nature. It just all looks so good. So good and shiny. Shiny and chrome. Oh, I forgot to check and see if they still have that expert mode to get rid of these bolt outlines. But from what we can see here, I have a good feeling that the timing gear, the cam gears, are going to have to come out. Let's go ahead and go into examine mode and start checking these things out. We'll start with the belt. Belt's fine. Belt is absolutely okay. Cam gear has got to go. And tech cam gear number 2, that's got to go. So those things have got to go. We'll get that belt off, and we'll pull these cam gears right off of there. And those camshafts already, I can see, are looking pretty dull. So we're going to have to go ahead and pull these ignition coils out. And the ignition coils might even need... Well, that's not part of the timing. Certainly something they're going to want looked at. But they are. Okay, so our ignition coils are being replaced today. And then probably spark plugs too. If we had some fancy diagnostic tools, some compression tester, we'd be able to test these spark plugs. But they look pretty good. They just have a really nice copper head to them, I guess. Get this engine head cover off. I'm not going to know what to do with myself when we get the rapid unbolting. I think they have like 2 stages of rapid unbolting available in this game. I have a pretty good idea about this, but let's go ahead and take a look. Camshaft 1 needs to be removed, and camshaft 2 needs to be removed. Go back to part unmounting. Now it looks like in this game there actually there are no caps on these, which is interesting. In the previous game there were camshaft caps, which, you know, when your camshaft is held down by a series of caps. I don't know if it's just this engine in the game or if they've taken the caps out entirely. I'd have to look at the computer and see. Right now, we've got all of our parts, so we've got to change out both camshafts, the cam gears, and all 4 ignition coils. They ordered that weird, I don't know, it's weirdly ordered. So let's go ahead and get those. I suppose those aren't added to the shopping list. No, they're not. I should have added them to the shopping list. But we need 2 camshafts. Really? What about just cam? Ah, that's right. Camshaft, all one word. So we have 2 camshafts that need to come out. I'm gonna have to double check on what those were actually labeled as. Just a camshaft, just nothing special. So camshaft, we need 2 of those. We need 2 cam gears. Yep, we need 2 of those. We need ignition coils. We need 4 ignition coils. 2, 3, 4. All right. Go ahead and put this back together now. Part mount mode, camshaft 1 going in. And camshaft 2, shiny brand new camshaft going in. Okay, we'll go ahead and put the cover back on now. It won't matter what order if we put the head cover on, then the spark plugs, or the spark plugs, then the head cover. No, it doesn't matter. I think it would have been nice if they would have added torque to this game. I think having a torque wrench with specific torque settings would have been really good. The ability to actually break bolts. Like maybe you start off with a character who's prone to breaking bolts or something, and you gotta like work that character trait down. Maybe I'm getting too nerdy about it. I don't know. Perhaps. But I absolutely love games like this. I really do. Not to mention they make great videos. I have a whopping 7 views on my most recent video. So I'd say I'm on a hot streak right now. And I love the feedback I've been getting. Yesterday I got a really nice comment from someone just wanting to share their Instagram link. So I really appreciate that. It really helps me out to see what kind of content everybody wants to see and what are the best types of videos I should be making as a YouTube creator. Get these serpentine belts on. I am still dealing with some mouse issues and just some general movement problems, but it hasn't really hindered my gameplay all that much. Let's make sure we got all those in. Yep, we just need to add our oil. And I think they did do a recent update, because I feel like some things have changed. but I can't be too certain. Although I did notice, if I hit that button, they wrote this game in Unity. I don't know what their previous engine was, but they are using Unity for this. And I think this is pretty good production value for Unity. But we're going to go ahead and finish this up now. We got all that settled. We get $2,205. Not bad. Not a bad payday right there. And we'll go ahead and sell off all this junk that we've got. Ah! What is that? 90% oil filter. Oh, maybe I didn't need it. I always change the oil filters. I have to look and see if maybe I won't have to in this game change the oil filter all the time, but I'm just so used to you change the oil, you're changing the filter too. Alright, well, let's get this car loaded in. This is the car with... Yeah, this car's got our first, like, actual suspension-related problems. But it doesn't look like we're going to get to use the spring tool. It's just the steering rack and the outer tie rod, I think it said. Let me double check that. Inner tie rod, my bad. So nothing too fancy. But let's take a break from all that. Actually, we'll go and load another job just in case I got a good one that's about to expire. What do we have here? Oh, that's just the basic brakes, and it's about to go out the window. Oh, here's that nice cool... Oh, here, we'll take this. It's got an experience bonus, too. Look at this cool old truck. How cool is this thing? What is this called? The Smith... What's it called? The Smith 1500 overhead valve engine. That's awesome. That really is awesome. Pop the hood on that. Look at... Oh my god, look how cool that is. Huh. That's going to be fun to work on. I like that they added this classic, just old-fashioned truck in here already. But let's take a break from all that. We've got 4 experience points. I'm going to call them experience points. Skill points. We have 3 skill points available. I guess if we were to not... Do we have 4 and it's saying 3 because they cost 1 already? I don't know how that's... I don't know. But we have a few options available to us immediately. We get 50% faster part examination, 50% faster screwing and unscrewing, 50% faster part installing and removing, 10% faster walking, 5% discount in shops, and expands your garage, adds a path test and repair table. Ooh. That is a pretty nice upgrade right there. So let's see. I think we're going to avoid this whole 10% faster walking. I don't really see that being an issue at the moment. That's useful. The part examination doesn't really take that long. Part installing and removing. I think we'll definitely take the faster screwing and unscrewing. We will take the path test and repair table. Absolutely. And what all do we have to do? Unlock start with the... What do we got to do to get that? Not sure what we got to do to get that. Okay, I see how that works. So okay, so that's just the level 4, and these are like tiers. So you have to be level 5 in order to unlock these tools here. Ah, gotcha. Huh, it might not be a bad idea just to wait then, because I'm not really concerned at the moment about the discount, and I'm not too concerned about the installing, removing, or the walking faster, or the examination. So maybe we'll just wait, and then we'll try and get like a tool or our tablet. We'll go ahead and leave that for now. So we've expanded our garage. Here is our repair table. No items to work with at the moment. Yep, I don't have anything in my inventory. And that is the path test. Or the test path. So we have a test path and we have a repair table now. And our garage is slightly larger now. So back to the mechanic work. What we got? We got a Mayan M3 with loose control. We need to replace the steering rack and an inner tie rod. So first we gotta locate that. Well, we're gonna take these 2 front tires off anyway. So we can start here. And I can show you. So on the right side of the car, take nuts and bolts off, it's left, you know, righty tighty, lefty loosey and all that. On the right side, it's a little bit different. Look at that. Spin them to the right and they come off. On what planet? But anyway, it looks like these are not going to be the tie rods that I need to be concerned with. But they got to come out anyway. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Get this tie rod out. There's our nasty tie rod. That is an ugly looking tie rod right there. Get that outer tie rod off. Inner tie rod can be removed, and get that steering rack out. Now let's go check out our repair table and see if we can't repair anything. No items to work with. Okay, so I still probably have to unlock a skill. Probably this one. Successful repair chance. Raised to 55%. Okay, so I can't use the table yet, but I do have it. So now we have to buy a steering rack and an inner tie rod. Steering rack, cool $800, and an inner tie rod. Oh, they did actually update. I know they did an update because if you go back home, they actually did add in images for all the Mazda parts. So those weren't there the other day, so they must have put in an update. Let's go ahead and put that steering rack on. And when we get this car done, it's probably going to do it for this video. Or I'm at least going to cut it, because I don't want to make these videos too long and drawn out. I like to try and cover a few key components and then move on. Otherwise I get lost in all the content and start rambling on and repeating myself and going over things that we've already covered, and nobody wants to go through that. I am getting much more comfortable with these menu pies. They're not too bad. I was a little leery of them at first. I wish it wouldn't start you in so zoomed in, but... And again, lefty tighty. Huh, everything's reversed on this side. I don't know what the deal is with that. But that car is officially done. So it's our first suspension job. Simple stuff. A nice $1,800. Can't complain. Go ahead and move our big old truck to the lift. I could probably make this its own video. Just because this is such a cool truck. It really is. Like, I already know what's wrong with it, but I kind of want to take it for a drive anyway on the test track. I do have access to the test track immediately, right? Should through this door. Yes, I do. But I think that is probably just going to do it for this video. I'm going to load in a new car. I always like to try to load up on the cars. Oh, and this is another story car. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got, though. We've got 2 suspension jobs, Maya Veniers and a Katagiri Katsumoto. And we have an engine problem with a Dodge Challenger. Ooh, might actually take that one right away because it's got a money bonus. And it's going to be the first Dodge that we've gotten in. And actually it is replacing all filters, so it's going to be a really quick job too. And our first Mazda RX-7. Ooh. We'll take the Challenger first. Yeah, we'll take the Challenger because it's got a bonus. But we do have a story order for the Royale Bianco. So things are really starting to shape up. I'm curious to see what these story cars are all about. If they are returning customers, if things change throughout the game as I play it, or what happens. If it adds any kind of like attachment or emotion to these stories at all, I'd be really surprised, and that would just make the game even more fun and add one more dimension to it. But I'm gonna stop recording here and see where I'm at as far as time goes. And if we don't continue on with this video, thank you for watching. If you are watching, if you care, leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. If you want to click the thumbs up or the thumbs down button, that subscribe button's always an option. And until next time, thanks for watching.